Yes, so after well, to use a nice word, eventful first game, I just wanted to play a decent game in the Rapid. I think it was a complicated game, but I thought I was always fine, and in the end I think I won quite a good game. So here goes. Yeah, okay, it was hard to predict what opening he was going to go for. Plays a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I guess here most people play c5 and cd5, ed5 and so on. I think Hikaru played exactly like this against Nihua in London 2009 with white. I don't remember. I think the game went like this, and I don't remember what Nihua played. Anyway, yeah, I think it's probably correct to drop the bishop back to d3. Knight d5. Again, knight d5 is not forced. Black could probably also play bishop e7. And now castle. No, maybe a5, I don't know. Something like this. But white's probably a little bit better. Anyway. Yeah, I didn't really consider taking an h7 at this point. Maybe I should have. Maybe now knight b4. And I don't know, queen b1. Maybe this also works out okay for white. Anyway, I thought I'd just castle, and I thought his plan was to play knight b4 anyway, so another option of course is to play h6 here. And then something like knight e5, knight b4, sorry, bishop b4, bishop b4, maybe now rook d1, and queen e2, with the plan of queen e4, and I think white should be better. Anyway, he played knight b4. And now I think my only chance to fight for an advantage is just to take here. And it's important that if he plays bishop d6 back, I can play bishop d3. And now if bishop d7, g3, rook c8, queen e2, bishop c6 can be met by bishop e4, and white's just a pawn up. And taking an h2 just doesn't work because of queen c7. So I guess g6 is his best option. And yeah. Here I was also trying to refute queen g7, which is quite funny. I'm guessing white is winning here. But I just couldn't see it completely. I don't know, maybe something like g4 wins, but I wasn't sure. But anyway, I guess I can also play simply rook c4 here, and then queen takes g6 because bishop d6. Okay, this is basically the same. Knight takes. And I'm guessing white is better, but it's not clear. Okay, then anyway, maybe this was also interesting. Queen h7. In general, I don't want to allow queen takes g6, for example, h3, and takes king g7, and now just takes. I think black has a decent enough game, although maybe white is still better. And yeah, checking on f6 just doesn't make much sense, I think. Takes, knight f7. And well, there's no mate, so I have to take here. Black is absolutely fine. Okay, anyway. King e8, I guess, is pretty logical. And d5. I wasn't actually sure what happens if he just takes. But it doesn't look very nice. Maybe something like knight d3 with rook c7 to come. Anyway, now I thought h3 was a nice move. I was considering stuff like this, but it didn't look very clear to me. Now if black takes on h2, I think white is well better to winning. But I couldn't quite find a knockout after king takes d7, and now king e7. Check and king e8. Yeah. Here I guess queen e5 was also possible, but then after rook g8 I would have to play a move like rook e3 or rook c3 anyway, so because queen h3 is threatened. So now if he plays rook c8, then queen c3 is coming and white is just winning. So rook g8. And now we cannot play rook c8 because of rook takes e6 and bishop takes e6, queen takes e6. So rook g6, and yeah, here I calculated for a while and thought I'd calculated till the end. Well, I hadn't, but luckily white is still very much better. So rook takes c6, that's basically the point. And I'm sort of playing for domination here. Because, yeah, well, queen c6 and rook g5 are both threatened. Actually, he found a defense which I had not quite seen. So my plan was to play rook f5 here. But then I realized that rook f7 is actually not a threat. Let's say black plays rook d8 and just takes. And yeah, I used up most of my time here because I tried to find a forced win, but I couldn't. So after giving a couple of checks, I went back. I think he had like a minute left and I had maybe 1.5 minutes or so. And yeah, rook a7. I don't know what else to play. And well, I gave a couple of checks because I wasn't completely sure. but then I think queen b6 is a nice move. And now his rook is trapped, so he doesn't have any choice but to go for this, and yeah. He cannot even create counterplay with taking on b2 at some point after I've taken his rook, because I will always force his king to go to f6, and then he has no checks, like here as in the game. King d6, and after king e5, if there is no mate, I can just take on a8. Black has no counterplay. So we tried this, but now queen c6 check, and he resigned because of king f5, rook d5, and mate in the next move. Or king f7. And yeah, of course, white is winning. So it was nice to play a decent game after the first game. I guess, as most people have already guessed, it was the reason for some of the blunders in that game was just that we both suffered from the same optical illusion, that my bishop was on f6 instead of e5. Because, I mean, bishop f6 is just a nicer square for the bishop, and usually in those positions it's on that square, which is safe and protecting g7. And yeah, anyway, I cannot complain because I was much worse earlier in the game. So it's a bit funny to be lagging a little bit behind already with 1.5 out of 2, but yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of the tournament. So thank you and goodbye.